Hi, I'm Jared Bakewell, the Marketing Director of Spielcraft Games. I'm here with Alex Wolf, the designer of For Glory. We're going to do a full playthrough of the game. For Glory is the game of gladiator combat and deck building. The initial release is specifically designed for 2 players. Typical game length is 60 to 90 minutes, but Alex and I are going to explain our strategies and teach highlights of the game for the purposes of this video. So this playthrough will likely be on the longer end of that spectrum. We've already set up the game, as you can see here, and determined that Alex will take the first turn. So, Alex, take it away.
All right. I'm going to start by drawing 7 cards. I've already shuffled this deck.
I'll also draw my 7 cards for my starting hand.
All right. And I have 1 gladiator in here and a bunch of coins. So I'll start by putting Andabata in this arena here, Pula. And then I have 6 coins in my hand, plus I have these 5 coin tokens to spend. And I'll spend 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 coins on Servant's Errand, get some extra money. And I'll spend 1, 2 to get Lucrative Investment, which will give me some more coin tokens. And
very good.
I'll refill the supply, and then it's your turn.
Okay, my starting hand, I drew several coins as well, but also a patron, which I'm going to place into my villa. Patron provides me with influence so that I can add more powerful gladiators into arenas later. I am also going to play Cull, which is a scheme card, which will allow me to remove 1 card from the game or take 2 coin tokens, and I am going to take the card out of the game. So I'm going to remove a business as usual card. With my remaining 4 coin cards and some of my coin tokens, I'm going to purchase Shady Dealings to improve my economy with 3 of them. And with this 1 and these 3, I'm going to purchase Praetor, because I have a tendency to not support my gladiators with enough influence, and I'm going to try to get ahead of that. So I'll reset the supply for Alex, draw 7 cards, and my turn is over.
All right. I have a Crooked Senator. I'll play it into my villa to get the influence going. I'll play Kestis, my other starting gladiator, into the Lasting Glory arena, which is Casino this game. I'm going to play Fresh Perspective, gain a coin token, and I'm going to see if I can get some more interesting stuff in this deck. Alright, I will pay 1, 2, 3, 4, and take a Venal Censor, and he'll allow me to buy my reserve back for a 1 coin discount later on. And I'll use the Cull scheme to just gain 2 coin tokens. And then I'll refill the supply, and it's your turn.
Very good. I'm going to put some gladiators into arenas. I'm going to load up the Lasting Glory arena with my 2 starting gladiators. And with my Fresh Perspective card, I'm going to take the coin but not clear a supply, because I would like to purchase Parmalarius for 5 coins. So I'll use 4 from my hand and 1 coin and purchase this gladiator and reset the supply for Alex.
Alright, and I see we are up to 1, 2, 3, 4 Bloodlust out of the necessary 6, so we still have some time before the next arena phase.
Indeed.
Play a Venal Censor to give me a 2nd influence. Right there. And then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 total coins. I'll get Rediarius as my first gladiator. And I'll spend 5 coins on Turn the Tables. which is a reaction that can reassign up to 1 damage. And that's all for me, so I'll refill the supply, and it is your turn.
Very good. I will play Praetor, another patron, into my villa. Praetor has a tactic that I like, which is I can exhaust him to deal 1 damage to a target gladiator. And I am also going to play Parmalarius into this arena. I drew well, and I'm excited about the outcome of this future battle. I'm going to now purchase a tactic. Pierce is one of my favorites, and I'm going to add that to my discard. I will also purchase Quaestor's Wife for these 4 coins.
Alright, this is not good for me.
It is not good.
It's not going to be a good first arena phase for me.
I'll draw 2 7 cards. And I'm going to need to shuffle, because we draw 7 cards, and any time that you are unable to do so, you have to shuffle so you can add to your deck. And now we will do a check for the arena phase trigger, since I have the crowd's favor token, and our total bloodlust of the gladiators is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which exceeds 6 on the top boast card. So because I have the crowd's favor token, we will immediately go into an arena phase.
All right. Now I go first on late registration, and I'm going to pass.
I will also pass on late registration.
Okay, so we'll jump right into the battle here at Pula. So first, we will determine initiative, and I have 2 agility.
I have 1.
So Andabata will attack first. Now, I could play a tactic before his attack, but I'm not going to. So he will attack. He'll deal 1 damage to Parmalarius. Do you have a reaction?
I will not play a reaction, but thanks for asking.
You're welcome. So this damage will resolve.
It will indeed.
And then I do not have a tactic, so it is your turn.
Very good. I will not play a tactic, and Parmalarius will attack and deal 1 damage to your Andabata.
Alright. And don't forget to move a damage as well with Parmalarius's excellent ability.
You lose well. What a gentleman. So I will thank you for the reminder. I will move that damage to your Andabata as well.
So that's enough damage. It's greater than or equal to Andabata's health of 1, so he's going to be defeated. I don't have a reaction to stop the damage. Well, it's right here on top of my discard pile, unfortunately.
Excellent.
So I will take a coin token as my insurance payout, and
I will now claim the glory for winning that arena, and I will move the reigning champion token to my side, which gives me access to this arena ability, which is a reaction that says when a gladiator you own attacks, you may move 1 damage from a target gladiator to another target gladiator, which is a great ability I'm looking forward to using as long as I maintain control of this reigning champion token and that arena ability. So we now move on to the lasting glory arena and do the initiative comparison there. I have 2.
And I have 0.
So I will take the initiative, and I am going to try to leave no doubt. So I am going to exercise a tactic, and I will attack with Praetor, and I will exhaust Praetor to deal 1 damage to a target gladiator, which I will deal to your Kestis.
Alright, and he'll take that damage.
Very good. And now I will take a attack with my gladiator, and I will use Kestis to attack, and he does 2 damage.
Alright, and he takes that damage, which will defeat him, because he only has 2 health. So that is that for Kestis.
Excellent.
He fought bravely.
He did indeed.
He died a glorious death, and I'll take my coin token.
I will take these 2 glory, jumping me out to an early lead. But one thing I've learned playing Alex in many of these games is not to count my chickens before they're hatched. I also take the Lasting Glory Arena into my villa, and now have access to this arena's ability for the remainder of the game. Alex reset the glory, and now I will return my triumphant gladiators to my discard pile and claim this boast card. The boast card doesn't add value to my hand or deck, but it does give me the opportunity to boast, which I will soon be taking advantage of. The crowd's favor will go to Alex since I'm leading in glory, and I will draw back up to 7 cards, which I have since I didn't use any tactics or reactions out of my hand.
Yep, and I have 7 too, so we're ready to go back into machinations.
Yep. The game alternates between machinations and arena phases until one player has earned 6 glories. So I have 3 thus far. I'm out to an early lead, but as I said earlier, I'm not counting on a swift victory just yet. So the machination turn order is unaffected by the arena phase. I took the last machinations turn, so now it's Alex's turn.
All right, and I'll just start off by playing Lucrative Investment, which gives me 2 coin tokens. And I'll use Cull. Now that I have a bunch of coin tokens, I'll use Cull to remove a card from the game. I'll just put it over here. And, well, I'll first buy Shady Dealings so I can get some more coins. Something I think you've been neglecting.
We shall see.
But I'll take a coin token for Fresh Perspective, and I will replace these gladiators to see if I can get something I can afford. Something I can afford. This is the guy with 11 coins. Alright. I think I'll buy Legatus for 5 coins, and he gives me 1 extra agility when determining initiative. And then I have 6 coins left. And I'll spend all 6 of them on Gallus, who is a big boy who can take a lot of damage. And it's your turn once I replenish the supply.
Ooh, interesting. 2 of my favorite gladiators are currently in the gladiator supply, and I am in the market for some gladiators. So first I'm going to ready my arena, my patrons in arena, so I'll ready this patron. And I'm going to play Quaestor's Wife into my villa. I'm going to do a little bit of math to see what I can afford. I've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 coins available to me to purchase. And I am in the market for... I'm in the market for Rudy Arias. So what I'm going to need to do to make that purchase is play these 3, 4, 5, and then I'll need to use Cull to take the coins, and also Fresh Perspective to take the coin. In addition to those 5, I will play 6, 7, 8, 9, and purchase Rudy Arias. Welcome to the Bakewell Ludus. I'll reset the supply, draw 7 cards, and it's Alex's turn.
Alright. I will go ahead and put Gallus and Kestis into the Lasting Glory arena. I'll use Fresh Perspective to take a coin, and I'll wipe this deck here. Okay, and I'll take 2 more coins with Cull, and now I have up to 8. I'll take Shady Dealings for even more money, and then I'll do 1, 2, 3 coins to get Snare, which lets me exhaust a Gladiator as a tactic.
An excellent choice. I was going to purchase Snare.
And it is your turn.
Very good. I am going to put a card into my reserve. Reserving cards is essentially a way for you to reserve them for the arena phase of the game, and you can purchase them back at any time throughout the game for 1 coin each, but you have to purchase the whole lot of them at one time. So currently my reserve would cost 1 coin to reclaim, but I hope to add significantly to that, and I will start along those lines by purchasing Backstab, which normally would cost 2 coins, but I just realized Quaster's wife is going to give me a discount on tactics, so I can purchase Backstab for 1 coin. And I am also going to purchase Savage Blow, which normally would cost 7, which I would not be able to afford, but thanks to Quaster's wife's discount abilities, I will spend these 4 plus these 2.
Nice.
And purchase Savage Blow at a discount. And then...
Give you some false hope.
Call it what you want to call it. I will enter Rudiarius into Capua, and I'm selecting that arena because Alex, foolishly, I might add, chose to enter all his gladiators into the Lasting Glory arena, and this now protects my Fleeting Glory arena ability for another round of the arena phase, which I am quite pleased about. So I will refill the supply for Alex and draw back to 7 cards.
All right. I will start off by getting 2 more coin tokens. I will reserve a card. I will spend 4 coins to get Vestalis. And then I have up to 5 coins left. I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'll buy the reaction shield, which just prevents 2 damage. If I can pick it up. And that's my turn.
Okay, I'll help you reset the supply.
Thank you.
My pleasure. All right. I think I'll start off my turn with a boast. So
Oh, jeez.
I'll play this boast card into my discard, and Alex, can I ask you a quick question?
Why, yes, you may.
How did it feel when I trounced you in the previous arena battle?
Felt bad, Jared. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Next, I will enter Andabata into the Lasting Glory arena, and I'm going to play Fresh Perspective and take the coin. I'm also going to clear these rather expensive tactics and reactions and see if I can find something more affordable for my currently feeble budget. And I did land upon something I'm very interested in purchasing, which is Inspire, one of my favorite tactics. So I'm going to take advantage of a couple of things here. I'm going to play Cull and remove a business as usual card out of the game, and then use my Quaster's Wife ability to purchase Inspire at a discount of, instead of 4, I will get it for 3, so I'll use these 2 coin cards and this coin, and add Inspire to my deck.
Alright.
And now I will draw back up to 7.
Okay. Play Legatus, which gives me an extra agility whenever we determine initiative. I'll also play Retiarius and Andabata into Capua to face your Rudiarius.
Ooh, not gonna let me just walk away with it this time, huh?
You wish. I'm gonna play Cull, get rid of a card from my deck, and then I have 5 coins to spend. Well, looks like Brutal Strike costs 5 coins, and that's a tactic that simply deals 2 damage. And I'll take that, and it's your turn.
Very good. Let's do a quick arena phase trigger check just to make sure that we didn't exceed that at the end of your turn. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which is significantly less than 14. You might note that the boast values bloodlust increases, so that will provide for larger battles as the game progresses and more interesting tactical exchanges between us as the game moves on. So we'll need some more gladiators to push the bloodlust into the frenzy that will necessitate another arena phase. And I will contribute to that by adding Parmalarius to this arena and Cestus to this arena. I'm going to reserve a couple of treats for later. I think Alex has had enough boasting, so I'll just silently play my boast card into my discard. And now I will make a purchase. I have 4 coins available to me, and unfortunately I have not acquired a significant amount of coin tokens, so I will use these to buy Fury. And I'll reset the supply and draw back to 7.
Alright. Start off by playing Vestalis, a patron that has a reaction that can prevent 1 damage. I will reserve a card, and I have 7 coins to spend. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll just spend them all on Edile, if that's how to say that. I don't speak Latin.
Sounds reasonable to me.
And then it's your turn.
Very good. I am realizing that although Alex is seldom right, he may have been right in my neglect of my economy. So I'm going to purchase Shady Dealings for 3 coins.
Interesting move.
Is it? I also am feeling a little light in the coin token department, so I'm going to use Coal to add the 2 coins rather than pulling a card out of my deck. And I'm also going to purchase... it looks like I'll be using those 2 coins because I have my eye on Unscrupulous Counsel, which costs 5. So I'll use these 2 coins to add to my patronage. Alex, if you wouldn't mind helping me reset.
Of course.
1, 2.
Alright. I'm going to start off by using Coal to remove a card from the game. I will use Lucrative Investment to grab 2 coin tokens. I'm going to reserve a card. I'm going to use Fresh Perspective to take a coin token and remove these cards from the game and draw 3 new ones. And then I have 4 coins in my hand. I'm going to spend 3, 4, 5, 6. To grab Krupilarius. He's a big boy.
He's a big boy.
And that is my turn. Well, let's check to see if there's an arena phase.
Okay.
We have 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13 out of 14, so we're not quite there.
Just shy, but one is on the horizon, no doubt. I'm going to play a card into my reserve. I will now use Coal to remove my boast card from my deck, so it's no longer jamming up my delicate strategies. What I'm going to do on this turn is play Fresh Perspective and just take the coin. I don't feel the need to clear either supply right now. Then I'll play these 3 coins and take Shady Dealings. Reset that for Alex. Draw 7 cards.
All right. All right, I'll do 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'll buy a Provocatore. And then I have 5 coins, and I'll use those to buy Shield. And we haven't added any more Gladiators, so we're still at 13 Bloodlust. So it's on to you.
Very good. I'm going to reserve another tactic for what I believe is going to be a pretty massive battle coming up here soon. I'll add Unscrupulous Counsel to my villa, adding to my significant amount of influence to support my gladiators in the arenas. And I will now make a purchase of one of my all-time favorite gladiators in Samnite with 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I'll reset the supply.
This is it. I'm gonna play Cull, get rid of this copy of Business as Usual. Play this guy. He allows me to, I can exhaust him to draw a card and then discard a card, so I'll go ahead and do that. And I'll just discard the card I drew, copy of Business as Usual. Now, I think I'll put Cripple Arius in here, and hopefully I don't regret that, because I definitely need to win that one, but I think I can win them both. So I'll go ahead and reserve this, and 5 for Brutal Strike, and alright, and that is my turn.
Alright, we now at the end of Alex's turn have enough Bloodlust to trigger an arena phase, if I'm not mistaken. So we start the arena phase with late registration. I am the player without the crowd's favor, and I will pass on late registration.
I also pass.
Ah, very good.
It is. So, we start in Capua, where I have a total of 6 agility.
Let me see. I have 5 agility, and now seems like a wonderful time for me to purchase my reserve, which will cost 5. So I'll play 5 and add my reserve back to my hand. Oh, what a wonderful accumulation of tactics.
I'm very happy for you.
I'm very happy for myself. All right, so what I think I will do in this instance is play my good friend Fury, which will add 1 to the initiative for each of my gladiators, giving me a total now of 5 plus 2 for a total of 7.
All right.
Which I believe gives me the first strike, if I'm not mistaken.
7 is greater than 6.
Excellent. So, with this turn, I'm going to start by attacking with my beast, Rudiarius. Rudiarius has a special ability where he may split damage that he does among target gladiators, which is going to come in very handy here because I'm going to do damage to Retiarius. And 1 damage to Andabata. And with this final bit of damage, I'll just make sure that you don't have anything up your sleeve for Retiarius.
Okay. They will both take all of that damage, so they're both going to be defeated.
Excellent.
Falling right into my trap. I'll take my 2 coin tokens. And do you have a tactic?
Yes, I do have a tactic, as a matter of fact. And I will hold my tactic for later.
All right. Then on my turn, I'll attack with Crupularius. He does 1 extra damage for each other exhausted gladiator, so that's just 1 right now. So he does a total of 2 damage, and he'll do 2 damage to Rudiarius.
Fortunately, super strong Rudiarius can absorb that damage and handle it with his health of 4.
Excellent.
Very good.
And that's my turn.
Let's see. All right, I'm going to attack with Parmalarius. He's going to do his 1 damage, and then also his ability is that when he attacks, he can move 1 damage from a target gladiator to another target gladiator, and he is going to move 1 off Rudiarius to Crupularius.
Okay. And I do not have a reaction, so he'll take both damage. Do you have a tactic?
I do, and I believe now is not the time to exercise. So.
Excellent. I pass on my combat turn. Do you also pass?
I will pass.
All right, then everyone readies, and we redetermine initiative. This time I have 1.
I have 5, 6, 7, so I will significantly have the advantage in the initiative, and I will attack with Rudiarius, dealing 4 damage, which I do not need to split this time, and I will deal it all to Crupularius.
All right, he'll take all of the damage.
Excellent.
And he is defeated, and you take the glory. I take a coin token.
That is some satisfying glory. I will also take the arena ability of Capua, and when a gladiator you own is defeated, you may discard 1 card to ready a target gladiator, which is going to come in really handy over here in the Lasting Glory arena.
All right. Are we ready to move over here?
We are.
All right, so we determine initiative. I have a total of 2 agility.
I also have 2.
All right, and I have the crowd's favor, so that'll break the tie.
And I do not have Fury because I used it in the previous arena.
Foolishly, I might add. All right, so I'll go ahead and start us off.
You can add it all you'd like.
I will use Kestis to deal 2 damage to Kestis.
Fortunately, Kestis is going to take that 2 damage and retire for the day. Well done,
He
Kestis.
fought valiantly, as always.
As always. I'll take my insurance coin.
All right, for my tactic, I will use Brutal Strike and deal 2 damage to Andabata.
Ooh, that's well played. Very well played.
I know. But thank you.
Unfortunately, I'm unable to react to that in a way that will do anything about it. Andabata has perished from the arena.
Okay. Well, I'll go ahead and take my 2 glory, which pleases me very much.
I'm sure it does.
And I'll take Pozuoli. I don't know how to say that, but I don't speak Latin once again. I'll take this, and it gives me it gives all my gladiators +1 health for the rest of the game. Then I'll take this boast card so I can boast about it later.
I'm sure you're going to enjoy that.
Pleases me very much again. All right, then all of our gladiators go back to our discard piles.
Oh, you have no idea how close you were to feeling some Sam Knight wrath there.
Alright, well, close doesn't count. So, it is back to your turn. Now that we're back to the machinations phase.
Very good. You can keep the crowd's favor since you're trailing me so significantly.
Alright.
Alright, I will begin by reserving some cards. And that leaves me with these three. And I am going to purchase lucrative investment, even though it will require not using one of my business as usual cards. I believe that is the right decision for me at this time. Could you reset that for me, please? And I will need to shuffle my discard into my deck. I should point out, this is how cards that you purchase in the supply and obtain in other ways and put into your discard up in your deck and then into your hand so that you can play them throughout the game.
Alright. I just started my turn by reserving a few cards. I'll play Lucrative Investment and gain 2 coin tokens. And I will play Fresh Perspective to gain another coin token. And then I have exactly 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, which I will spend on counterattack, which can reassign up to 3 damage. And that's my whole turn.
The strongest reaction in the game, if I'm not mistaken.
Don't be mistaken, Jared.
Alright. I am going to use Cull to remove a business as usual card out of the game. I am going to purchase what am I going to purchase? And what I really want to do is add my good friend Hermes to my Ludus. So I'll spend 6, purchase this killer Gladiator. I will now enter Harmilarious into the Lasting Glory Arena.
A wise choice.
I believe so, since I have 4 and I only need 2 more to win the game. And this one provideth 2. And I will also make a Fresh Perspective and add this coin, providing me with 3. And with 3 at my ability to spend, I'm going to exercise Fresh Perspective's clearing trait and see if I can find something here that fits my budget. And very beautifully I do. Right, what I'm going to do is grab Pierce, which I actually get for free because of Quaestor's wife's special ability. And I will add Pierce to my situation and reset the deck.
Alright. Okay, I'll play Provocatory. When he enters an arena, I draw 2 cards. I'll use a dial to draw a card and then discard a card. I'll put Gallus in here and Retiarius, and I'll put Andavada over here by himself and Pula. I'll reserve that card, and then I have 6 coins that I might spend. I will spend them on Legatus. And it is your turn.
I will contribute to that bloodlust by registering some gladiators into the Lasting Glory Arena. Some impressive gladiators, if I must say so myself. Also reserve a card. And I'm going to purchase Gladiatrix for 5 with my 5 remaining coins. I think she's going to team up very well with all the tactics I have, because when I use a tactic, I can deal 1 damage to a target gladiator with her reaction, which I can't wait to serve up for you.
Very excited. All right. I'll go ahead and ready this guy. Put Krupelarius in there. And yeah, this is a tough situation, but my gladiators have seen worse. I'll put Kestis in here in the Lasting Glory Arena.
I think usually when they see worse, they wind up being defeated.
They have been defeated, as you can clearly see. I will reserve a card. I'm going to use Fresh Perspective to get a coin token, and I'll get rid of these. And then I have 5 to spend. And I'll overspend to get Defy Fate. And then now Defy Fate allows me to basically choose how to distribute Jared's attack damage among my own gladiators when he attacks me. And that is the end of my turn, and now we will count the Bloodlust. We have 1, 2, 7, 9, 10, 14, 16, 17, 18, 22, which is greater than or equal to 19. So we go into an arena phase. Let's draw up.
I was not anticipating you triggering the arena phase so swiftly.
Nobody anticipates such a swift arena phase.
Yeah. With my guard down a touch. No matter.
Alright. Do you have a late registration?
I would like to think about that for a moment. Perhaps I'm not so poorly prepared. I've reserved many treasures for later. 6 it costs, and I will spend these 6 now. Reclaim these. Alright. I believe I'm going to pass on late registration and risk it for the biscuit.
Alright. I also pass on late registration.
Very good.
So I'll take Pula. I take the Glory, and I take the Reigning Champion token. So now whenever a gladiator I own attacks, I may move 1 damage from a target gladiator to another target gladiator. And we go over here, where for any Fury tactics get played, I have a total of 5 agility, but you already have more than me.
Okay, let me do a little bit of assessment of the arena situation.
Hold on, my reserves back. At a 1 coin discount from Venal Sensor.
Hope you enjoy that nice discount.
Very much.
I think I'm going to start things off with my good friend Rudy Arias swinging for the fences with 4 delicious damage dealt. I will deal that damage in this method. Let's get rid of some low-hanging fruit. Provocatore takes 1, or is dealt 1, would be more accurate. Retiarius I will deal 1 too. Keeping in mind that I'm splitting up my damage thanks to Rudiarius' special ability.
Now keep in mind also that all of my guys have +1 health.
Ooh, Thank you very much for alerting me to that.
You're welcome.
I detect overconfidence in your capacity to assist me with remembering some of your Villa abilities.
I just don't want you to feel bad at the end of the game.
Right.
I want to win with grace.
Well, in that case, enjoy this, Grace. I will deal 2 damage to each of those boys.
Alright. Well, I will use Turn the Tables on Provocatore, putting that damage on Andabata. Do you have a reaction?
I will not answer that question, but I will not use a reaction. Any more
Excellent.
questions that I don't have to answer?
I will then shield Retiarius, so he does not take that damage. And then, do you choose to use a reaction?
No, I will not choose a reaction. Andabata,
Neither will I.
you did what you came for.
All right.
I believe that it is time for me to activate Capua's. I noticed you didn't point that one out for me. Capua's reaction is when a gladiator you own is defeated, you may discard 1 card to ready a target gladiator, which I will very much enjoy doing. Welcome back to the party, a refreshed Rudiarius. And I will use a tactic. I will use Pierce to deal 1 damage to Provocatore over here.
Okay. Well then, I will use Vestalis to prevent 1 damage.
That angers me. Pierce has a awesome ability that when you deal the damage, if that damage that you deal defeats the gladiator, you can pay 2 coins and return Pierce to your hand, which I was very much intending to do and now will be unable to do.
Alright, well I will begin my combat turn, and I'll use Retiarius to... When he attacks, he has a net, so of course he can exhaust a gladiator. And he can then use his trident to poke a gladiator for 1 damage. So he'll poke Kestis. And I think he'll poke Parmalarius. I made the mistake before of letting you ready Rudiarius, so I don't think I want to kill Kestis this turn. I also have Pula, so when a gladiator item attacks, I may move 1 damage. And I'll move that to Parmalarius.
I'm feeling some regret in letting go of that reaction from that arena ability right now. Okay. Fortunately, Parmalarius has got a healthy health of 4, so
This is a healthy health.
take that and cheers that damage to his health.
So I will then use Snare. I'll throw another net in the arena and exhaust Parmalarius. And then it's your turn.
Well. I seem to be running short on gladiators a bit.
Get excited.
Oh, I'm excited.
There is glory in death, Jared.
Yeah, here's some glory for you. I'll use Inspire and ready a target gladiator. Come on back, Parmalarius. And I can also remove 1 damage thanks to Inspire. So, now I will attack with Parmalarius with my attack. And he does 1 damage on his own, and he can also move 1 damage from a target gladiator to another gladiator, providing me with 2, which I can assign. And I'm afraid of the big stick that is Provocatore, so I'll send both of this damage over his direction.
I'll go ahead and shield that damage. Prevent both of it.
I did not realize you were so strong in the reaction department.
There are a lot of things you didn't realize, Jared. And now I will use the big stick.
I thought I had killed the big stick.
He will attack for 4 damage. And he's going to hit Rudy Arias. I don't like this guy. I don't like him one bit.
Well, bad news for my Ludus. Rudy Arias is retiring from the arena for the time being. I'll take my insurance coin.
We're not playing for humiliation, Jared. I don't understand your strategy here.
Laugh it up. Laugh it up.
Alright, that was my attack, and then I'll use Brutal Strike to deal 2 damage to Kestis.
Well, unfortunately, I feel like it's appropriate to disclose at this point that my deck has my reactions in it, and I'm quite naked without them, so Kestis is also going to be defeated. I will take small consolation in this insurance coin.
Do you wish to ready Parmalarius?
Oh, I do wish to ready Parmalarius, which I could have done when Rudy Arias was removed. Thank you for pointing that out.
You're welcome.
It's very generous of you.
Alright, that is my turn.
Very good. Well, I think it's time for
Giving up.
my finest hour is what I was going to say. Enter the arena Sam Knight, my favorite gladiator, who has a special ability that he can be reserved and then played out of my hand, as I just did there as a tactic. So that is my tactic, and I felt like it was necessary to get him into the battle because my gladiators currently in the arena are growing thin.
Alright.
And he will attack with a pretty strong 3, which I feel would be appropriately assigned at this current time to your Kestis. Although not seemingly a strong gladiator, his 2 attack strength is formidable.
Well, he is going to perish.
Excellent.
With honor and glory.
I'll exhaust Sam Knight since he just attacked.
Alright. On my turn, I'll attack with Crupularius. He's going to do a lot of damage. He does 1, 2, 3, 4 damage. And he'll do that to Parmalarius. He does 1 damage for each other exhausted gladiator, plus his 1 attack damage.
Ouch. Parmalarius, you fought well, and on your way out the door, thanks to my Capua ability, give Sam Knight a little refresh and provide me with coin, which is always welcome at my Ludus. For my tactic, I will play Backstab, and because I see you have poorly prepared your Ludus to support your gladiators in the arena, I believe that you may have to remove one. So this exhausts a target patron. The patron that I will choose to exhaust is Adal.
Alright. A fine choice.
Since that only leaves you with 3 influence to support your 1, 2, 3, 4 influence cost or requirement of your gladiators, it's time for you to select one of those boys to retire to the Ludus.
Yeah, Provocatore. A not so glorious exit.
No.
But I will take a coin token.
Alright, and now for my gladiator attack, I will attack with Sam Knight and deal what I fear is going to be insufficient damage to help me win this, but I'm not going to go down without a fight. And I'll attack 3 on Gallus.
Alright. He's going to take it.
As I anticipated.
Alright. Gallus will attack back for 2 damage.
No problem. Sam Knight laughs in the face of that damage.
And then I will also Brutal Strike Sam Knight for 2 more damage.
And he will not laugh in the face of that damage. So those 2, you say, from Brutal Strike?
Yep.
Exceeds his health score of 3, thus defeating Sam Knight, who did fight valiantly. I'll collect insurance.
Alright, and I will take 2 more glory. And I'll take Florentia, which allows me to split damage dealt by my gladiators among any number of gladiators.
For all your gladiators?
Yes.
Oh, that's powerful.
So...
And this did not go at all as I had anticipated.
Hubris drained out of you.
I will
so rapidly.
Tip my hat to you on that exchange. You've earned yourself a delicious Bose card.
I'll take it. And you, by falling behind in glory, have earned yourself the crowd's favor. They really do like an underdog that they truly cannot believe can possibly win.
Usually the crowd gets behind the future champion is what I've noticed.
Alright, I'm going to refill my hand up to 7 cards.
I actually can't believe you won both of those. I can believe you won this one since I allowed it, but I can't believe you won this one. Alright, I will refill the 7 cards as well. So I'll take... Where were you when I needed you? Where were you when I needed you?
Alright, and it's your turn in the machinations phase.
Very good. Well, I am going to get Gladiatrix immediately into the action.
A fine choice.
I will reserve a couple of cards. I will play Lucrative Investment to take these 2 coins. Move these coins a little closer to me since I'll be grabbing for them frequently with my excellent choices. And I'm going to enter Hermes into the Last in Glory arena. And I feel as though I may be in need of some additional influence. So I'm going to purchase another Unscrupulous Consul for 5. So I'll use these for this coin. Add that card. And I am also going to make another purchase exclusively of coin tokens. 7 of them I possess. And I think the appropriate purchase is going to be Democritus, which I know I'm pronouncing properly because I do speak Latin.
That is good for you.
I don't really speak Latin. Alright, let's reset the supply for Alex.
Alright, I'll ready my patrons. And then I'll add another Legatus. That'll make me a little faster. It's probably not going to be any match for your Fury. I'm going to put that in my reserve. I'm going to use Lucrative Investment to gain 2 coin tokens. I'm going to use Cull to get rid of another copy of Business as Usual. And then I have Fresh Perspective is going to give me a coin token. And I'm going to use 3, 4, and by Resolve, which gives all my boys +1 health. And it's your turn.
Very good. I'm going to add this Unscrupulous Consul here. And I will reserve a couple of cards. I will play Fresh Perspective and take the coin. I will play Coal and take the 2 coins, and then play these 4 plus 4 and add Hoplomachus's Might to my Ludus.
Alright. My turn?
Your turn indeed, sir.
I will reserve a card, and I forgot what this one does. Oh, sorry.
It jams up your deck is what I remember it doing.
Oh, that just reminds us of when I won that battle.
Yeah, go ahead and boast all you want. If you saw what I just drew, you might not be so confident.
Oh, I am confident. Alright, I have 7 coins. And I'm going to spend all 7 of them on evade. And then it's your turn.
Okay. For my Machination's turn, I drew a literal fistful of gladiators nearly. So I am in the precarious situation, being down 5-4, that I must win all arenas to prevent you from gaining a 6th, which I feel quite prepared to do. So
I'm glad you feel that way.
I'm going to enter these fine fighters into Pula and reserve some cards, and then I will make a purchase with my final coin income card and add a reaction finally to my situation. All right.
Okay. I'll use Provocatore, and I will draw 2 cards when he enters the arena. I'll use this guy to draw a card and discard a card. I'll use Cull to remove a copy of Business as Usual from the game. I will reserve a couple of cards. I'll use Lucrative Investment to gain 2 coin tokens. I'll use Fresh Perspective to gain 1 coin token. And I'll also clear this and see if I can find something that I want even more. I have 7 coins. I will take I'll take him. I'll take Velites for 3, and then I have 4 left. So I'll get Inspire with those 4. And then it is your turn.
I'm going to get my friend Sam Knight into the mix a little earlier than one might anticipate, but he only contributes 1 to the Bloodlust, so I feel that's an appropriate contribution to the Pula Arena. I'm going to reserve a card, and I'm going to add to my reactions by adding Evade, I believe would be the strongest choice with these 4 plus this to make 7.
Alright. It looks like we're up to 13 Bloodlust out of 24.
You're looking a little short in the Gladiator department again.
Well, I'm going to continue just putting guys into this Lasting Glory arena. I'll just ignore that because you got 4 guys. I don't think I want to fight them.
I don't think you could fight them.
It hurts.
Sure. Didn't even need a boast card to level that one at you.
I'll go ahead and draw a card and discard a card. And then I have 4 cards to reserve. and then it's your turn.
I will add a few cards to my growing very strong reserve. I'm trying to make sure I can afford this. $11. Ooh, pretty hefty. So with that in mind, I will play Fresh Perspective, take the coin, and I think that I had best clear this, and I'm fishing for a specific card which is possibly unlikely to appear, and it does not. So what I will do is play these 5 and purchase Servant's Errand, because I need to hold on to my coins. Would you mind resetting the supply?
Of course. Alright. You know what?
What?
I will put a couple guys over here.
I thought you might.
Put a couple big boys in
Ooh, a
there.
couple of big boys.
And then
I didn't expect you to get that invested in that arena.
I'll reserve those. I have 4 coins to spend from my hand. I'll do 4 plus 5. Nope. I'll go with Arbellis. And oh, I dropped something. Oh, it's a boast card.
Oh.
I will go ahead and let you take the next turn.
Oh, thanks. Was that your boast? Because that was a weak
It was
boast.
weak. Yeah. I'll work on it.
All right. I'm going to play Cull, take these 2 delicious coins, play a lucrative investment and take these 2 coins. My concern about purchasing my reserve is decreasing. Hoplomachus enters the Apta-Julia arena to much fanfare. That's the crowd cheering for Apta.
It sounded just like a crowd.
Just
I felt like I was there.
Yeah. Oh, well, while you were boasting, you forgot to reset the supply for me there.
Oh, I apologize.
Yeah, should apologize for that. Let's do a quick check of the bloodlust level. So we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Ooh, we will indeed have an arena phase at the end of this, at the end of my machination's turn, because I have the crowd's favor.
All right.
So with that in mind, I'm going to purchase only things that could potentially aid me in that endeavor, because this will be the final battle of the game, one way or another. So I'm going to purchase Turn the Tables for 5, and also Shady Dealings, which I get at Snare, which I get at a discount, but that's okay. And I'll reset this just to follow the rules accurately, although we know we will not be dipping into the supply again. So, 1, 2, ooh, an all-important draw from my discard. 5 cards.
All right.
The gods shine upon my hand.
Okay, well, I will start us off with late registration. And this is a tough choice I have before me.
While you flex your brain, I'm going to purchase back my reserve. I'm going to make sure I know the cost. 11. Ooh. 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And
I'm spending 3 coins to put Arbellus into this arena.
very good. I will reclaim this as we talked about. Oh, nice to have these friends back.
I'll buy my reserve back now. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I'm going to late register Rudy Arias.
Do you have enough influence for that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Ooh,
It's hard to count all the way to 8.
influence. Rudy Arias. I'm sorry, my good friend.
That was quite a blunder.
That was quite a blunder. However, I feel not so sad in knowing that Hermes will replace him in the arena.
Excellent. I am passing because I also ran out of influence.
I will pass as well.
I should not have drawn a card with Adile last turn. I did not anticipate that the arena phase was coming this quickly.
Well, sometimes even the game creator makes mistakes.
Such an idiot.
Easy on yourself. All right, shall we check for the agility?
So I have 3, 4, 5 agility.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4. However, I feel confident in my ability to win the initiative over here, so I'm going to play Fury, which adds 1 to each of their agilities, and that will give me the handy advantage in the initiative. And also, because I played this as a tactic, I'm going to exercise Gladiatrix's reaction and deal 1 damage to a target gladiator, which I'm very excited to deal to Arbellus.
A fine choice. And Arbellus still has +1 health, so he's gonna survive this. And now it's on to your first combat turn.
Very good. I will attack with Sam Knight to do 3 damage, and I'm going to deal that damage to Gallus.
Alright. I will use counterattack.
Hmm.
And I'll reassign all 3 of that damage to Gladiatrix.
Well, I'm not ready for Gladiatrix to leave the arena just yet, so I'm going to play Evade and prevent up to 3, and thus all of that damage.
Alright. Did you have a tactic that you want to play?
Ah, yes, I did, as a matter of fact. Ooh, this feels like an excellent time for me to execute Backstab. And I'm going to exhaust one of your patrons, and I will exhaust Stalis,
Alright. A fine choice.
robbing you of her ability and her influence, which you will soon have to deal with. But before that, I will execute Gladiatrix's reaction and deal an additional damage to Gallus.
Okay. I will react to that with turn the tables, putting that damage onto Andavata instead.
How am I feeling about this arena? Quite strong. Andabata, it's been real.
Okay. And now do you want to ready Sam Knight with
I most
Kaku's
definitely do. Thank you, Andabata, for serving your bloody purpose and dying with excellent glory.
So you'll discard a card for that
Yes.
cost. And now that I only have 4 influence left, but I have 5 influence for the gladiators, so I have to choose a gladiator in the active arena and get rid of it. It'll be Arbellus, and he has a reaction when he leaves an arena, deal 2 damage to a gladiator, and that'll be to Gladiatrix.
Well, Gladiatrix has been really, really helpful for me, and I'm not quite ready to be without her, so I'm going to play Turn the Tables and reassign one of that damage back to Polaris this time, I believe.
Okay.
There you go.
He'll take the damage.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, then it's my turn, I suppose. Gallus will attack, dealing 2 damage to Sam Knight. And also, he'll use Pula's ability to move 1 damage from Krupelarius to Sam Knight.
That is well played. Because I cannot afford to lose this arena, I've got to pull out all the stops. And I'm going to pull one out right now and use Turn the Tables to assign 1 damage to... This feels like a good time to assign that to Gallus.
Alright, he'll take 1 damage. And for my tactic, I will deal 2 damage to Sam Knight.
Oh. Sam Knight, you fought well. Fought very well, but you have been defeated. Take my insurance coin.
And it's your turn.
So I think it's time for a little surprise. I'm going to use Cassinum's ability to put a gladiator from my hand into the active arena, which is Pula. I now have the influence to support Rudiarius, thanks to the departure of Sam Knight. And because I use that as a tactic, I can deal 1 damage with Gladiatrix's ability. And I am going to deal that damage to Polarius.
Alright, he'll take it.
Very good. Now, it is time for Rudiarius to get busy. Rudiarius is going to deal 4 damage. And I believe that Rudiarius is going to deal all of that damage to Krupelarius. I know it won't take him out because of your extra health benefit, but I think it's the right play.
Alright, I will use Defy Fate and reassign all of that damage to Gallus.
Oh.
And Gallus can only take 1 damage at a time when he's exhausted.
That was a clever use of that I did not see coming.
So it was a good move for you to attack with Rudiarius.
Yeah.
For me, but he's exhausted now, right?
He is exhausted.
Alright, and then that's your turn.
Because I've used a tactic and a gladiator attack.
I'll go ahead and use Krupelarius to deal 1, 2, 3 damage to Rudiarius.
Very good. That damage will resolve on Rudiarius.
And then as a tactic, I will deal 2 additional damage with Brutal Strike.
Ah. Well played, Rudiarius. You did your thing when you had a chance. Take my insurance coin.
And it's your turn.
Very good. All right. I think that I need to get serious about winning this battle. I will attack with Kestis and deal 2 damage to Krupelarius.
Alright, he'll take that damage.
Now for my tactic on this turn. I'm going to execute a savage blow I've been saving to deal 3 damage to Krupalarius. His 5 health plus your extra 1 from your arena ability.
He is going to go away.
Excellent. I also will use this reaction to deal the damage to Gallus.
Okay, he'll take that damage. Alright, and on my turn, I will simply pass.
Because you're out of gladiators to swing with.
Yes.
That's too bad.
I could use a tactic, but I'm choosing not to.
Well, I will attack with Gladiatrix, and she'll do 2 damage to Gallus, which I know only 1 is going to resolve.
Okay.
Into his ability, which isn't quite enough to take him down yet. Well,
do you have a tactic?
I'm going to use a tactic right now.
Okay.
So the tactic I'm going to deploy is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, I can very fabulously use Praetor and save my hand tactics for later. So I'm going to deal this tactic to, or this damage to Gallus. And because I used a tactic with Gladiatrix's ability, another one will apply.
And I will use shield to prevent both of it.
Ooh, well played.
Okay. On my turn, I will use Inspire.
Ooh.
Already Gallus.
How long have you been holding that?
And remove. I don't know. Have I played that yet this game?
Not that I've noticed.
All right. So I'll remove a damage and ready him, and then he will attack, dealing 2 damage to Gladiatrix.
Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Gladiatrix is unable to do anything about that.
That pleases me.
It does not please me. Gladiatrix, you truly fought well. Okay, very good. So you played your tactic and attacked with your gladiator.
Yep.
I cannot lose this arena or I lose the game. So I too will play Inspire.
A fine move.
Bringing Kestis back to a refreshed state. And he will now attack for 2, of which only 1 will.
Yeah, one of that's going to resolve. My turn?
Your turn indeed.
Okay. I will use Resolve to give Gallus 1 additional health for the rest of the battle.
Very interesting. I will apply a Pierce.
Alright.
And do 1 damage.
He will take that damage. He still has 2 health left. And on my turn, I will pass.
I will play my other Pierce. Aha.
He will take that damage, and he still has 1 health left, and then I will pass.
Well. I will also pass.
Okay, now that we've both passed, everyone readies. And I have a total of 3 agility.
I have a total of 1 agility.
So, I will begin by attacking Kestis for 2 damage.
Kestis is defeated. You fought well, Kestis,
I'm still the best player in the world. For now.
For now. Good game.
Excellent game.
So,
you would have had me over here because all of my guys. This guy has 2 health and the other guys just have 1. So
yeah,
I'm
these
glad
are my 3 strongest gladiators I had applied there. I thought I'd be able to get through this arena and defeat you there, and unfortunately I did not. Which, in For Glory, I can only play myself, I guess. So anyway, thanks for watching For Glory. This has been a playthrough of a complete game, and we're excited to demo it for you. Again, I'm Jared Bakewell, Marketing Director of Spielcraft Games.
I'm Alex Wolf.
And Alex created For Glory and remains for at least another day the best player in the world.
It's disputable.